first one that we're going to demonstrate is Wonderous waters. The materials for these are not in the bin. They'll be kind of nested together inside this largest beaker right underneath this front counter. And then this lovely globe is back here. So take a minute before you start and before you kind of advertise that you're about to do this to make sure that you have all your materials. Run into the outer bathroom and fill up 1 liter, also known as 1,000 milliliters of lovely San Francisco tap water into here. This is going to represent all of the water on Earth. So about 71% of our planet is covered in water, so kind of talk to your guests about how much water that feels like. But in reality, because it's just the surface, this little, still large, this largest globe is all of the water on Earth. So to understand how much of that we can really use, we're going to separate out the fresh water from the salt water in here. So we're going to take about 30 milliliters, which is 3% of global water, 3% of the water in here. And we are going to very, very carefully, if you have guests who you really trust, you can have them do this, but this one might be a good one for you to do. You can have them tell you when you hit 30. Right there. Perfect. So this represents the fresh water. And so you can ask your guests, where do you find fresh water on Earth? And I'm sure they'll say rivers and lakes and kind of the surface water that we're familiar with. But about 80% of that water is actually trapped in glaciers. So the remaining part that's accessible for us is about 6 milliliters. And this is all on here so that when you forget exactly how much water, exactly how much you need to pour from one to the other, it's all here. There's a cheat sheet at the back of this as well for kind of some social math to help understand just how much water there is available. But you're going to pour 6 milliliters, and the way that you're going to know that you poured 6 milliliters is you're going to do it very slowly, and you're going to wait until you only have 24 milliliters left in your graduated cylinder. So you're going to pour it very slowly. It's another place where you can have guests help or have it be a demonstration. Oh, I overshot there a little bit. Try to pull some back up and put it in, or it doesn't have to be exact. You can kind of explain this even is more than the percentage that we have available not frozen up in glaciers. So we have this much water of this original, all of the surface water, this original liter of all of the water on our planet. This is how much is fresh and not frozen in glaciers. And then you can kind of take another step back and say, okay, of the water that's not frozen in glaciers, how much of it is really available for us? So if you look at groundwater, if you look at water that's deep in aquifers, water that may be polluted or otherwise not suitable for human or otter use, that ends up being about 0.6% of the total water on Earth, which is about the equivalent of a drop. That's one single drop on this smallest little slide that's available for human use, that's in kind of clean freshwater use that also we have to share with animals like the otters. So this is a great place to talk about responsible management of our water systems, about things like drought. Great solutions is anything that is talking about communal or individual ways to reduce water use. So all of your data, all of your numbers are here on the cheat sheet. You can point out this medium-sized sphere is the freshwater. This tiniest sphere is the non-frozen freshwater. So definitely take a minute or two to play with this and familiarize yourself with it. But just have it as a great opportunity to talk to guests about where all of this water goes. We talk about being a water planet, but really how much of that can we use?